reason I started dressing up is because one of my friends did it, and then we were like, oh, you know, why not? Why don't we all do it? And I did it once, and I was like, that was so much fun. Like I spent about 6 weeks planning hair, you know, clothes, everything, makeup, nails, lashes, the lot. It's because I was so into it, because I knew it's something I always wanted to do. So I was like, yeah, like why am I not doing this? I did it again. I couldn't stop going out.
When people are in drag, when they're not in drag, you get like a personality shift. But like with Robin, it was just like completely the same. Just like the way she used to speak about things, like speak about being in drag. Like she's like love being in drag, and we're like, hey, like we all love it, but like to an extent. But she just like loved being a girl all the time.
All my mates are drag queens, and I was quite draggy for a little bit, and then I was like, this isn't right. Like I want this all the time. Like, I want to dress up as a girl all the time.
Meet Robin, a hair, makeup and prosthetic performance student at the London College of Fashion. Robin moved to London from Sheffield 2.5 years ago in order to find herself as a person. Up until she moved away from home, Robin classified herself as homosexual, and it wasn't until moving to London and exploring the huge LGBT community within the city did Robin admit she was transgender, and began the journey of transitioning.
I've never seen her as a male ever, even from when I thought she was. I'd never seen her.
I can remember always through being a kid, I always wanted everything that a girl wanted, and I was took interest in anything that was girly. I wanted it, not because it was girly, just because that's what genuinely interested me.
She liked to watch Powerpuff Girls and stuff like that, and My Little Pony, and all girly cartoons she liked to watch. She weren't really bothered about like Thomas the Tank Engine or, you know, football or going on a bike. She liked a trolley and an Hoover. And
I've always loved London. Like it's always been like I loved it. We always used to go like a couple of times a year. Me and my grandma actually. It was always something we did together. And I just loved it. Sheffield's alright. Like it's obviously where I'm from, where I've grown up. But I knew it wasn't the place I liked. Like even before all this, I just knew it wasn't somewhere I wanted to stay.
Robin hasn't always been this happy. Being a transgender woman in her hometown of Sheffield proved to be difficult, as she couldn't explore her true identity.
I've always been very feminine through life, all my life. I've always been one of girls. You know what I mean? I've never wanted anything masculine or boyish or everything. Right from nursery, I've always sort of been that way.
she never really had male friends from being young. Always from being at nursery, she were always with girls, and she was always a target.
Robin has always been different to other children. Because of this, she was bullied to the extent she was forced to move schools.
That being back reminds me of kind of like repression a little bit, and kind of just like good memories, like nice memories, but definitely be different if I could do it again, if that makes sense. Like I got bullied through school quite a lot, for being feminine, you know, for not being like the other lads, and even though you try, and then I was like, do you know what, why am I trying to be something I'm not? It's not normal, is it, to be different? It kind of, you become a target, like no matter whether you're gay or whatever, for whatever reason, straight, you know, you will get targeted, and obviously then bullied.
I had to hold him back at school, but as a him, I had to hold him back at school, and try and dress him fashionably and masculinely just to get through school, because I know if I hadn't tried to keep him masked, even though I knew what were happening, the confidence that she's got now as a she wouldn't have had that, because she would have been bullied to the point where I think she would have been battered down.
Olivia and Lily are Robin's supportive best friends from school.
Just like the lads, they like always used to say comments and stuff.
Yeah, on nights out it was always
nights out were
crying
like a big thing, yeah.
because people had said horrible stuff.
Or like looked at her in a horrible way, things like that.
Although the LGBT communities are becoming more accepted across the UK, there are still some cities in which the percentage is substantially smaller, due to the fear of not being accepted. In Sheffield, the Steel City, known for its reputation of manly men, the LGBT community are still struggling to be accepted. At a local building site in Sheffield, we asked a few people their opinion on the transgender community in Sheffield.
It's pretty stuck in his ways from generations back, where our men carry the sons and our women carry themselves. Same again, it's not I don't think there's a massive community for transgender or a gay or lesbian community in Sheffield.
I think because it's like we've always had like calling kind of blokes. They always think they're manly blokes. They're your hard kind of toughy men, so they just don't like it. I won't like that. They don't like change. But I only know that one person that's going for a change, for an operation. It's the first person that I've come across that I know.
I'm not aware of any transgender scene in Sheffield.
There's just not a big community, and people, you won't go on a night out around here and see someone.
You don't often see people in drag in Sheffield, do you?
I don't think you've got that opportunity here. I think it was quite easy to go into drag and then from drag, because everyone had seen her in girls' clothes, to say, right, this is now. I don't think she would have got the opportunity to dress as a girl here.
I approached her when she was 15, because moods changed and everything, and she weren't happy with things, and she was right snappy, and obviously I approached her and said it's all right, it's not a problem.
I mean, she approached me when I was 15 and said, oh, do you like guys? And I was like, yeah. So then again, it was categorically gay. But she came to me as well, and actually when about the trans thing, and then she was like, I don't see you, when you dress up as a girl, I don't see you as a drag queen, I see you as a woman, I see you as trans. And she says, I'm waiting for the day that you are going to come to me and just say, yeah, I want to be a woman.
We wanted him to go to university in London so that she would be more accepted there.
The LGBT community see London as a safe haven and say that they are free from the persecution which still occurs in other cities. The LGBT community in London is renowned for its fun, lively and diverse community, and this has helped Robin fully accept who she is through experimenting with drag.
The scene was so nice, so welcoming. It was so different, and it was so exciting at the time, to meet all these new people and go all these different places, and you went to this one club and it was like, oh, I want to try that, and then that made you go a bit more, and then you try this, and it was really cool.
So I've always been around that cabaret show, drag culture and men in wigs, but I don't think Robin had that where she came from Sheffield. Obviously, having that background and coming to London has always given me an open mind, but coming from a city that isn't exactly openly gay or has no massive gay scene, Sheffield obviously doesn't allow people like Robin to express themselves.
Her everyday clothes changed and things like that. Jeans and trousers to dresses and skirts and pink clothes and things like
Heeled
that.
boots
instead of trainers. Baggy tops to tight tops.
London scene obviously helped me grow and stuff like that. It's completely different to Sheffield.
In my eyes, she hasn't developed, she's evolved into Robin. We've all seen her on the scene, go from being this little, Jacob, cute makeup student, to realising who she was and realising that London has become, a gateway for her.
I've not always been her closest friend, but for the past year, I'd say we've been, best friends. Every day that goes by, she's just becoming more and more herself, from, literally the smallest step, she just got bombs put in her hair. And to other people, that's just getting hair extensions put in, but it was the biggest thing for her, because it was meant that she felt more like herself, and that's so simple to say to other people that don't understand.
There's no question that she's a woman, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy she's found herself. She knows exactly what direction she wants to go in now. She's getting everything going.
Bombshell's known as a place where you can be who you want to be.
Bombshell is one of the best romantic clubs here in town, and you can be who you are.
What's crazy is that most of the men in this whole club, 90% have got wives at home with children, and they're here looking for women.
By the time I'm 25, I would like to be on hormones for a couple of years. I've had some facial feminization surgery and my boobs done. I know it's a bit ambitious, but in 5 years' time I won't have had the op. You know what I mean? But yeah, 5 years' time I'd like to say I'm getting there, I don't know where I'll be.
To me, again, it's nothing to do with what you identify as, it's just who you are, and that's just who she is, and that's how she was born, and there's nothing that you can change about her, and there will never be anything that you can change about her. To me, who knows her more than anyone knows her, is that she's a woman, and she always will be a woman.
She's more confident, less embarrassed about herself, I think.
Yeah. She'd come in, she'd be like, hi guys, blah, blah, blah. A lot happier, a lot cheerful. And I don't know, every day, every time I see her, it's just a more positive energy, a better vibe from her. Because obviously she's been who she wants to be now.
she is Robin, she's not Jacob. Like, she's still the same person, but she feels more comfortable being Robin every day, and we're always like going to be supportive of her.
We are very proud of her. We do. We admire her, and we think she's very brave.
I don't think I will going back to Sheffield. Kind of London's where I think I belong now. It's more accepted. You know, I feel more normal here, and it's, you know, kind of where I want to be.